everyone and welcome to Obsec Tactics. Today we've got a 2000 point battle report for you using the priority target mission from the Grand Tournament pack. Today I'm going to be using Harlequins from the Soaring Spite and my opponent is going to be using Knights of House Crast. So a lot of stuff is going to die.
Yeah, it's going to be messy.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm going to go through my Harlequins list very briefly for you. As I said, I'm running a battalion from the Soaring Spite. I've got one troop master here who's armed with a pivotal role and his relic, the Twilight Fang. So he's also got Choreographer of War and Prince of Light for that reroll charge aura. We've got two Shadow Seers, one with a pivotal role which makes him give a -6 inch to the enemy's ranged weapons against anything within 6 inches of him. And Veil, that's the Veil of Illusion, and I've also got Shield from Harm, which is a -1 to wound aura. So if my opponent goes first, I'm going to hopefully mitigate some of that early game firepower.
There is a lot of it.
There is, yeah, I'm a little bit worried about it. He's got the Twilight Pathways and Webway Dance, of course, just so I can send a fusion boat straight up the board and hopefully just melt a Titan. You know, that would be really cool. That's the aim. And then my other Shadow Seer has got Shards of Light, just for that nice -2 leadership. Maybe we can get some mortal wounds off with the hallucinogen grenade launchers. And he's also got Mirror of Minds, so, you know, potentially we could get some nice extra mortal wounds off there. I've got 4 squads of 5 players, 5 of them armed with fusion pistols and 3 of them armed with Harlequins Caresses. So really looking to make the most of that 2-point reduction on fusion pistols that we got as our 9th edition points update.
Yeah, fusion is scary for me.
Especially en masse.
Yes.
You know, normally things have 1 or 2 kind of fusion things, but these guys, yeah. Well, that's what we get for having a 6-inch range. Okay. I've got 2 Death Jesters, Humbling Cruelty, which is great for turning off Overwatch. And I've got the Harvester of Torment on the other one just because I had to pick something. And then we've got 4 transports for the 4 squads. And I'm also rocking, surprise, surprise, quite a lot of Skyweavers. Now, if you manage to check out my Harlequins video on Harlequins going forward into 9th, you'll know that I'm still a big fan of Skyweavers. Now that we've got big guns never tire, we're only going to see more tanks. So Haywire right across the list for every bike, and I've also gone Zephyrclaves because I'm not a huge fan of the Star Bowlers, and although the Zephyrclaves aren't going to do too much in this game, I wouldn't have thought. You know, I want to build it as kind of an all-comers list.
There are games when they'll be important.
Oh, absolutely. You know, if anything, I'm probably going to try and take down some of the smaller knights in combat with that, because at least I'll be wounding on 5s instead of 6s. And that's the list. It's 1997 points, so couldn't find another way just to sneak in another 3 points, sadly, but I think it's going to be quite a nice list.
I'm definitely worried about what's coming my way.
Okay, so with that said, we'll get straight on to Gas list.
And here we have the Knights. There's 1990 points here, so I am 10 points down. If I could find 5 points to shave, I'd have changed the Carapace weapon over on my Warlord here.
Okay.
But what we have here is my Warlord is a Night Warden with his Avenger Gatling Cannon. I've given him the Endless Fury Relic for that, and he's got his Warlord trait is First Knight for House Crast, so he's re-rolling 1s to hit with everything. He's also got the Twin Icarus auto cannons, which against a lot of armies don't have a great play, but I took them because they're cheaper in points than the Stormspear rocket pod.
Okay.
They will actually help me in this game though, because you have a lot of fly, so it gives him +1 to hit.
Okay. Mitigate that -1 in build kind of thing. Okay.
Then I've got the Knight Gallant here, which is just a close combat monster. I've given it the Landstrider Warlord trait. And I've also given it the armour of Sainted Ion for a 2+ save, which I don't know how well that's going to help me in this match because you have a lot of mortal wound output.
And fusion.
Yeah. Hopefully the invulnerable save will help me against that. Then I've got the 2 Armiger Warglaives here. Probably my favourite unit from the Codex at the moment. They've got close combat, they've got melter, they've got everything in a small, compact body.
And how many wounds are those little guys?
They've got 12 wounds and they're toughness 7. And they still get the invulnerable save against shooting. Then I have got a single Helverin. A lot of it was to do with points. If I could have taken, and the fact I don't have all of the models I want for my knights yet, I would love to have a 3rd Warglaive, to be honest. And then we've got the big boy. So the Knight Castellan, the monster of 8th edition. I'm still a bit unsure about him in 9th edition.
Yeah, he got a hefty points increase, didn't he?
He actually got a points decrease for 9th.
Really?
Yeah, he was brought back down, but Knights' armies are struggling, and the Castellan just isn't doing what he used to. He does, however. I've given him a Warlord trait and relic, so I've spent 6 command points on extra Warlord traits and relics for this game. So I've given him the Call's Wrath relic, so it's the upgraded version of his Plasma Decimator, and I've given him the Ion Bulwark, so he's got 4 up invulnerable against shooting. And there's the list. Hopefully some carnage will come in.
It's coming in somewhere.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be heavy casualties on both sides.
Yes. I just hope it goes my way.
Well, we'll certainly see. We'll be right back with the secondaries.
So, for secondaries for this mission, as Scott here said, we're playing priority target, and I'm taking the priority target's secondary. So, holding that priority target for three victory points a turn, or if I can hold both, getting 5.
Easy money.
It should be, or at least you'd think so. You do have a lot of objectives secured where I don't. So I need to make sure you're nowhere near the objective for me to be able to score that. But I think it's a safe bet that I can hold it, at least one of them. Then I've gone for Grind Them Down, which it's similar to the old Kill More. So if in the battle round I kill more units than you kill of mine, I get 3 victory points a turn. Which...
solid.
Yeah, I was tempted to take While We Stand We Fight, because that's kind of what this list is built for, but you've got so much anti-tank and mortal wound that I just can't afford to take that. And then I've taken Engage on All Fronts. It's a nice, simple secondary objective, be in all 4 table quarters. I've got decent movement values. Yes, I'm going to be fighting you for it, but hopefully I can score a good number of points on that as well.
Okay, so let's go straight into mine. I've also elected to take the priority targets, although without trying to make too much of a pun here, these are my priority targets. The walking pile of guns and the warden. Anyway, so yes, I've taken the priority target just because I think being able to leave probably one of my death jesters or something behind on this objective and try and keep them out of line of sight if I can would be ideal. That means the rest of my army can move out freely. I've also taken Titan Hunter. Big surprise there. I say an easy 10 points. It really should be for the Harlequins. The amount of haywire I've got, unless I roll really poorly on my number of shots, I should be able to take out, really, maybe even a Titan per turn, dare I say. And then I've also gone for Raise the Banners. My superior movement and numbers in this case is going to mean that I can probably get around most of the battlefield without too much interference from these knights, and then hopefully plant my banners pretty early. That's at least the plan.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't have objectives secured, I have to remove you from an objective and then get onto it to be able to take your banner down, which...
Obsec tactics. Right. So, ready to get into the mission?
Yes.
See you on the other side. 5 objectives are placed on the table, 1 in each quarter and 1 in the centre. After players have determined who will be the attacker and who will be the defender, players may move the 4 outer objectives up to 6 inches. Starting in the second battle round, players earn 5 primary points for the following conditions: holding 1 objective, holding 2 objectives, or holding more than their opponent does. So here we are, Harlequins fully deployed down this side of the table. Tried to keep everything within 9 inches of my shadow seer there, because we've got the shadow stone, and that means that his buffing aura is going to apply to everything within 9 inches now. Over the other side of the table, who's this boy?
That's the Gallant. He's very fast and likes to be in close combat.
If it's his first turn, he's probably going to be wanting to make a charge into these guys, I would wager. And then through here we've got some baby knights, as we like to call them here. And then backlining, like the cowards they are, favouring not the close combat style of the Imperium that's well known. The big knights in the back corner there.
They're just waiting for you to come to them.
I see. Right, so we've done the movement of the objectives. We've deployed.
Yep. Now roll for the first turn.
After you, sir.
4.
Am I feeling lucky? I'm actually not. Oh, it's
5.
a 5. I'll take it, and I'll also knock over a piece of terrain while I'm at it. Excellent. So that's the Harlequins going first. How do you feel?
I'm scared now.
Yeah.
I know how much hurt you can do, and I'm probably not the army to be going second against you.
Well, let's play it out and see what happens.
Yep.
So just worth mentioning, if Gareth had got the first turn and could have easily made this charge here, which is what I was afraid of, I would have been straight into Polychromatic Storm, spend the CP and redeploy 3 units. That's the transport, and both units of bikes would have been just moved back a little bit there just to make that first turn charge a little harder for him. But as it turns out, I got the first go, so I'll see you after my first movement phase. Okay, movement phase, turn 1 for the Harlequins is done. This Death Jester here has popped out and is going to raise the banner on that objective there. We've flown a transport over to this one here, ready to do the same next turn. We've made a big hard push for the centre of the field, and these bikes here hopefully are going to be the target of Twilight Pathways, and they're going to get jumped up the field to support this unit of bikes and this unit of bikes taking down the Gallant. Okay, this Solitaire here is going to be casting 2 powers. First of all, we're going to go for Twilight Pathways. That is an 8. Let me get that movement done. Okay, and then I was thinking about casting Webway Dance, but actually there's no one around to cast it on, so a little bit of a waste on that, but I'm happy to get those bikes up the field now. So let's dive into the shooting phase. Okay, so we've got 5 Haywire to start with, going into the Gallant over there. So, rolling for shots. It's not bad. We'll take that. That's 7, 8, 14, 17. So, wishing I had some nice tasty re-rolls like some other races, but here we go, hitting on 3s. It's actually really bad. It's not good at all, but okay, let's see what we've got. We've got 1 miss, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dropped. So here's where it really counts, the mortal wounds, looking for 6s. Okay, again, a really bad roll there. So actually we've got 2 mortal wounds and D3 mortal wounds. It's another 2, so it's taken 4 mortal wounds there and needs 3 saves. Oh no, that's not right, is it? Just 1 save.
And I'm going to use Benevolence of the Machine Spirit to get a 5-up Feel No Pain against those mortal wounds.
Okay.
How many?
1 save.
So 1 normal save. That's a fail.
Okay, so and then you've got 4 wounds in total in that case.
And 4 mortal
Oh
wounds.
no, hang on, 4 mortal wounds and then 5 because the one you just lost, yeah?
No, it's only against the mortal wounds I get this.
Okay, cool.
So, and I take all 4 of the mortal wounds.
Okay, well still not bad. The other bikes are going to have to do a lot better. So let's get straight on to those. 5d6 shots. Now that is a bit more like it there. So we've got 10, 16, 22 shots out of 5 bikes. Alright, let's get some more dice. Looking for 3. It's not bad, it's okay.
That's
really want that on the wound roll, don't I? But okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 misses. It's about right. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we've got 2d3 mortal wounds to work out. So that's 3, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mortal wounds in total.
So 2 normal saves. They both pass. And then the 10 mortal wound saves from the stratagem. I do save a good number there. I take 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds from that.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is not going well at all. Okay, so
That was an amazing roll.
yeah. Okay, so gonna have to put the other 5 into them. I'm not feeling too good about this. Okay, what have we got? We've got 9, 14, 18. Hitting on 3s. Wounding with haywire. Okay. So we've got 4 mortal wounds, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 2 normal saves.
So 2 normal saves, both passed, and then 9 mortal saves from the stratagem. So that's still a few saved. I take another 6.
Okay.
So he's now down to 9 wounds.
Okay. So forgot to mention it, but in the movement and psychic phase, this unit of bikes, which was moved in the psychic phase, spent a CP for Prismatic Blur for a 3-up invulnerable, and then the same on this one here.
In the movement phase for that one.
In the movement phase for that one, that's correct, yeah. Okay then, so desperate as I am to try and end the life of this knight over here, we'll be making charges from the bikes. For both units it's a 9-inch charge, so let's see if we can get in. Okay, this has 1 unit of bikes in, and then we'll roll for the other one. That's a 9 as well, so that's 10 bikes in there.
Yep.
Could do it. Could do it.
We'll see.
So couldn't quite squeeze all the bikes in, but the first squad at the back here is going to fight first. They've got 3 attacks each, hitting on 3s with AP2. So at 2 damage a pop, hopefully we can take some wounds off this guy. Let's have a look. So this may be suicide, but I really want to kill this knight. So we will be wounding on 6s sadly, but hitting on 3s. It's not a bad roll. There we go, dropped 4, 5. Okay, so it's not great, but if we can get those 6s again, we're with a chance. Okay, so there's 2 wounds there at -2.
2 at -2, so
Flat 2 damage.
the Armour of Saints and Irons got 2-up save, so I'm looking for 4s. No, they both go through. That's not what I wanted.
That's 4 damage straight away.
So he's now down to 5.
5 wounds. Okay, so for this next group here, I'm going to be using Murderous Entrance to bump their damage up to 3. So that's 2 CP. We will be fighting with all of these guys there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's about right.
Yeah, that's a reasonable number of hits.
Really want these 6s now. Really want these 6s. Oh yeah. Okay, there's a few here. There's 3 there.
3.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 4-ups. I need to make at least 2 of these to survive. So, I'm going to have to CP reroll one of those.
Okay, comes down to it.
So it needs a 4+. There we go.
Oh, and he's going to survive.
So he's going to survive on 2 wounds after all of that.
No. We're going to have to do it.
Yeah,
we're going to let you fight, and then I'll be fighting again.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's going to be using his Titanic feat against the fire unit. So with his 5 attacks base, but because of his bracket, he's sadly going to be hitting on 5s. I do get full rerolls because I'm House Crast and you charged me this turn. So let's just see how it all goes. So there's 15 attacks, needing 5s to hit. With full rerolls. That looked pretty good to me. That was really good.
Would you drop 3?
Only 4 missed out of 15 attacks.
Strength?
Strength 8.
Winning on 2s?
Oh, there's one under there.
So that's everything.
So that's 3, 6, 9, 11 at -2 AP.
So this will be on our forwards. 11, you say? Fine. There we go. How many damage each is this?
D3 damage each.
Okay. So we're going to have to do these one at a time when they go through. Looking for forwards though. 3s in fact, because of Prismatic Blur. Oh, it's not great. 5 go through.
5. So the first one will kill a bike for 3 damage.
Okay.
Second one, 2 damage. So then the third one will kill a bike.
Yeah.
Fourth one, 1 damage. The fifth one will then kill that bike.
Okay, so how many we lost? 3?
So 3 bikes dead.
Okay, let's remove those models. Okay, so we've piled in and going to be fighting again with this unbattered squad of Harlequin bikes. They've piled in, so they're now all fighting. We're going to have 15 attacks going in. Let's see if we can finally put the nail in this coffin. So here we go. 3 to hit. Okay, it's not good, but it's okay. Give me some 6s, give me at least 3. Well, it's actually a very good roll, but there's only 1 6 in there.
Only 1 6?
Yeah.
He's on 2 wounds, so if I fail this, he dies.
I can't take it.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, thank God for that.
I guess now we just
Goodbye,
see if he explodes.
And what does he explode on?
He explodes on a 6.
Okay.
I will, however, use Benevolence of the Machine Spirit to make him explode on a 4.
Okay. There he goes.
There he goes.
So,
2d6 explosion range, 2 inches.
Okay, we still get everything.
Just both units of bikes.
Just both units.
D6 damage, mortal wounds to each unit.
Okay.
So the unit with 2 bikes
If you
left.
fancy repeating that last roll, that would be great.
6 mortal wounds to the unit with 2 left.
Right.
And the bigger unit, 1 mortal
Okay.
wound.
I feel like I might be losing this game. Alright, let's remove those casualties. So that's the end of my turn. It's actually a very costly turn in terms of losing a whole unit of bikes in my own turn. Really,
Yes.
that guy should have gone down with a haywire, I think, but some very good rolling, especially with that mortal wounds denying.
Yes,
stratagem.
the stratagem's very necessary to use. I did get the name wrong. It's Noble Sacrifice to explode on a 4+, not Benevolence of the Machine Spirit.
Okay. And what was the Ignoring Mortal Wounds one?
That one was Benevolence of the Machine Spirit.
Ah, I see. And some very good rolling on that as well. So well done.
Yes, that 10 mortal wounds, saving 6 of them was very. It made you spend a lot of command points in your turn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't have been able to hit me back if I'd got a few more of those mortal wounds through, for sure. So, oh well, you win some, you lose some. But that is a Titan hunted. So I'll take my 10 secondary points and be very happy. At the moment, currently sitting on 3 objectives, but until the next turn, that won't count for much.
Well, you get your priority targets for 3 points, and you get 10 points for killing a Titanic unit.
So not a bad start. Not a bad start. Right. So we'll come back after your movement phase.
Yeah. Hi. So we've done our movement. Nothing advanced. Just some nice simple movement to get me my engage on all fronts. So we've got the Warglaives have split around the building. Try and deal with some of this mess in the middle here. The Helverins moved over to that far objective, and between my Castellan and my crew and my Warden, I'm sitting on this priority objective back here. No sidekick to go to. Let's get on with the shooting. So let's start off with this Warglaive. It's going to fire its thermal spear and its melter gun both into this nice juicy transport. So the thermal spear for D3 shots. Oh, that's 3 shots. So they've got the same stats, so I'll roll the melter gun at the same time. He's just within 6, so it'll be for the extra damage.
Okay, so what's the...
So they normally hit on 3s, but because you're Harlequins, they're hitting on 4s.
Sure.
That's nothing.
Oh, well, it's a good start.
Yeah, that's not good for me though.
A little bit of retribution for those bikes, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go with the thermal spear and the melter gun.
Same deal.
Over onto this transport here.
Okay, and just out of melter range on that.
Yeah. So I'll do the melter gun separately for that one. The melter gun doesn't hit. The thermal spear, 1 shot, doesn't hit. Oh, they're really not doing me well today. So we will
You spent all your luck points on saves today.
Yeah, I do think I have. So we'll start off with the Helverin over there. We'll put its heavy stubber and its 2 autocannons into this unit of jet bikes.
Jet bikes, okay.
Yeah. So the heavy stubber, we'll need 4s again. That's 1 hit. 1 wound.
Yep.
Strength 4. Oh no, no wounds.
No wounds then.
And then for its auto cannons, I'm going to spend the command point, put me down to 3 for Sky Reaper protocols.
Okay.
So that gives me full rerolls to hit against them with the auto cannons.
Okay.
So it's 4d3 shots. So that's 7 shots. Slightly below average, but I'll take it. Needing 4s, but with rerolls. Oh, these dice are not liking me today.
Let's hope for the same again, if you're a pointier fan. It's alright.
That's 3 hits. Strength 7, so 3s. That's 3 at -1 AP.
Okay, so on 3s. Okay, so we've dropped 1.
It's a flat 3 damage.
Okay, so that'll be the injured... Oh, we're over here, right? Yep, okay. I don't think it really matters. We'll take this guy here.
Then on to the interesting stuff.
Okay.
So we will go with the Twin Icarus and the Endless Fury here, along with the Heavy Stubber, all into the unit that's got the invulnerable save over there.
Okay.
So the Heavy Stubber, re-rolling 1s for the first night. So that's 2 hits.
Yep.
And no wounds. The Twin Icarus is 4 shots with +1 to hit against fly. So that's just 2 hits. 1 save at -1.
So looking for that sweet 3 up again. It's made.
And then 14 shots from the Endless Fury.
Oh dear. Now's the time you need to win.
Rerolling ones for first night. Let's take out all those misses.
Yeah.
And then there's 5 6s there, so that's an extra 5 hits. 13 hits out of 14. I'm pretty happy with that. Looking for 3s. That's 1, 2, 3. 5 of those dropped, so that's 8 at -2.
8 3-ups. Here we go. Oh, we dropped 4. Look at that, a 3-up save.
2 damage each.
We dropped 4. 2 damage each, so... Okay, yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
So that'll be, with one of them having already lost a wound,
So
that'll be 2
1,
bikes dead,
2,
and
3, and 1
down
back on
to
1
a
wound. Yep.
I'm actually pretty happy with that.
Yeah, well, we made up certainly for the other 2, didn't we?
And then we've just got the big boy over here.
Okay, let's just cut and we'll come back to that.
He's going to fire both his siege breaker cannons at this unit of bikes here, along with the shield breaker missiles and the volcano lance.
Mm-hmm.
Cool's Wrath is going to overcharge into this unit.
Okay.
So start off with the volcano lance going over there. So D6 shots, only the 1. That's not good. Needing 4s to hit. He hits, strength 14. That failed. I am going to CP reroll that because if he goes through, he just kills a bike.
Is there no invent save on this thing?
No, he does. So that wounds, he gets his vulnerable save, but then it's 3d3 damage.
I see. Nothing like a bit of overkill. Alright, looking for that 3. It's a 2. And that's all on just one model, is it?
Yeah.
It's fine, we'll take that.
So 3d3 damage will kill a bike.
Yeah, he's on 1 wound left anyway. I'm fine with that.
Then his shield breaker missile.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 shot hits on a 4. That failed. And then the siege breaker cannons, 4d3 shots. So that's 4, 8. Needing 4s again. Yes. These minuses to hit are really hurting me. And then 3s. So that's 4 at -1.
Looking for 3s. A whole lot of 3s. What damage are they?
They're D3 damage.
Roll it.
Is it just 1 or?
Yep, just 1.
2 damage. Then we've got the Cool's Wrath coming over here.
Okay.
2d6 shots. 6. He is overcharging.
Mm-hmm.
So because we haven't had the update on the rules, it'll be overheating on 1s and 2s.
Right.
Because of the -10.
Yeah.
So I take 4 mortal wounds myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I hit twice.
Okay. I'll take that.
Wounding on 2s. 1 -4, but 3 damage.
And that's on these guys.
Yeah.
So there's just a 4-up invent on those ones. 8. It's good.
Well, that's not what I needed. If anything, I should have put it over there, to be honest. We've got a couple of charges to make. I'm very tempted to try and kill that bike, because if I leave it alone, he's going to cause problems for me. Yeah, I've decided that Helverin is going to charge into that bike.
Okay.
And then I'm going to charge with the Warglaive into these bikes,
Mm-hmm.
and this Warglaive into these 2 transports.
Wow. Okay. Yikes. Let's.
So, any overwatching?
Certainly not overwatching over there. No.
So he needs to make his charge roll. That's an 8.
I believe
He's definitely in from
Just
there.
base him.
I want to do it just like this to keep myself on the objective.
Fair enough.
Him into here. That's a 5-inch
Yeah,
charge.
they're definitely in.
He nicely in here.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to make it into both of these. With a 5.
I'm not sure. It'll be tight. Especially as if we're going for the furthest one.
That would get him within an inch, so
Okay.
he is in there.
He is in.
So here we go. Within an inch of both. So onto my attacks.
Mm-hmm.
This Warglaive will target this transport with all of his attacks. He's going to make a strike attack.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s, because
Okay.
I believe you don't get the -1 to hit in
That's
close combat.
correct. Yeah, no, that's correct.
And because he's Crast and he charged this turn, he rerolls everything to hit.
Okay. He will be -1 to wound, however.
-1 to wound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 3s, rerolling everything to hit. Just 3 hits.
Okay.
And normally needing 2s because he's strength 12.
Okay, so
It's 3s to wound. So that's 3 at -2 AP, I believe.
So we're 4 up in vulnerables. It makes not a lot of difference to us.
-3 AP.
So just drop 1.
That's 3 damage.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. Let's grab a wound counter. Here we are.
Then this Warglaive into these jet bikes,
Mm-hmm.
trying to do the job he needs to do. So 3s, he's striking again by the way, with rerolls, and then 2s. So
Drop
that's
1.
do I attempt to try and kill all the bikes? No, I'm going to have to leave it at 3 there.
Mm-hmm. 3, 4 ups. Coming up. Nope, fail them all.
That's 3 jet bikes dead because it's 3 damage.
Okay, so he's killed 3 bikes. I've decided to keep this bike here in combat, not so much so that I can strike back, but so that I can prevent him from getting on this objective for just a little bit longer.
I now can't get any closer with my consolidate afterwards.
So just been a little bit tricksy there.
And over there, the Helverin, he's not very good in combat, but he'll get 4 attacks that need 3s to hit.
Okay.
With rerolls because he's Crast. And then he's strength 6 in close combat. So that's 3 wounds, no AP.
4 ups. No, 3 ups on this guy. It's enough though, 2 fails. He gone.
Did exactly the job I needed to do. And then I will just consolidate a bit more onto the objective and hide more in the terrain.
Sure. Okay.
So apart from that, we've just got your morale to do. Oh, you're fighting back.
I've got to hit you back first.
Got your
You ready
fighting
for this?
back.
So starting with the bike. It's 2 hits. Looking at 5s and 6s now, isn't it? Because it's toughness 7, and it's 2 wounds, -2.
2 at -2.
Yeah.
That's 5 pluses. 1 save and 1 goes through.
He is a hero. That's 2 damage.
So he's down to 10.
And then we've got 2 transports to do. We'll do these at the same time because I'm not expecting an awful lot to come of this. But 6 attacks hitting on 3s. We drop 3. Winning on 5s and 6s. It's nothing. Much as I suspected.
Well, I think that was a fairly good turn for me. We've just got your morale to do on this bike over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're over to what victory points do I get?
He's fine.
He's a golden boy.
He's the hero.
And
Okay.
so for my victory points, I get 3 for priority targets. I will get 3 for grind them down at the end of the battle round because I killed more units than you killed in mine.
Yep. An obvious one, I think, for Knights, isn't it, really?
And I did get 2 for my engage on all fronts. Not 3 yet because I need to get into that 4th quarter.
Sure. Okay then. So it looks like we're going to come back in my movement phase. Turn 2. Let's go.
Yep.
So turn 2 in the command phase for the Harlequins. I'm stood nicely on 3 objectives at the moment, uncontested. I've got another command point back, putting me up to 7 now, and I'm actually feeling pretty good about this next turn.
Yeah, you're definitely outscoring the primary to me, and I think going in to the rest of the game, I might start struggling with secondaries as well.
So I hate to tell you, but you're in melter range, or very easy melter range, of 3 fusion boats and a 4th over there.
Yep.
So, turn 2 movement phase for the Harlequins is done. Death Jester has popped out over here to raise the banner on the objective just there. 4 fusion boats, 2 very, very close to each. What are these, Warglaives, did you say?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. 2 Shadow Seers, one has moved from this corner here, and the other one's jumped out the transport. So we've got some psychic shenanigans coming up next. So first of all, we're going to be casting Webway Dance from this Shadow Seer just back here, not the Solitaire. We don't have one. Webway Dance, I believe, goes off on a 7. I will just check that. Yep, so that's definitely gone off on a 7. Because of the relic stone we've got, it's a 9-inch aura of a 6-up feel no pains. So handy. The next thing we're going to do is smite. I'm going to go for this big fella here. First smite of the game goes off on a 5. There it is. D3 mortal wounds. It's the big 3. Just while Gareth gets the wound counter, we're going to be doing a smite from the other Shadow Seer, followed by shards of light onto the same Warglaive. This will now be on a 6. It goes off, it's almost a super smite. That's another 2 mortal wounds.
He's down to 7 so far.
And then shards of light. Yep, there we go. Let's hope I get more than 1. Oh, it's the full 3 mortal wounds. Plus a -2 leadership debuff.
Wow, that's pretty scary. So he's down to 4 wounds.
Worried?
A little bit. I knew he was in trouble, but I wasn't expecting it to be in the psychic phase.
Okay, so we're going to go straight into the shooting phase now. I think I may have overcommitted a little bit too much psychic to these guys, but you know, I want to get rid of them, and I learnt my lesson by overcommitting before when it was very costly.
I don't think it was overcommitting. It was just good dice rolls.
Okay, so we're going to put both of our hallucinogen grenade launchers into this guy here. So we'll roll them at the same time because it works the exact same way. We're hitting on 2s. Oh, we've missed one over there. That's a shame. So what's his leadership now at -2?
With the -2, he's down to leadership 6.
So I've got to beat a 6 on 2 dice. It is a 6. Now, I'm going to have to double check whether being equal to it counts or not. Okay, so we just checked the codex, and being equal or greater than the leadership secures those D3 mortal wounds. So it would have been nice if I'd got both to hit, but... Oh, it's the big 3.
It's a 3 again. He's down to 1 wound.
I wonder if the fusion boat can finish him. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? I've just had a horrible thought. What do these things explode on?
They explode on a 6.
Okay. And how many mortal wounds?
D3.
Okay, that's not too bad. I don't mind that too much. Okay, so let's start with this fusion boat over here. We've got 5 fusion. Hitting on 3s. It's drop 1. Now we're strength 8, these are toughness 7, right?
Yeah.
So 3s. We drop 1 more, so we've got 3 gone through. -4.
So 5 up to the vulnerables from the ion shields. 1 goes through.
How many wounds he got left?
He's got 1 wound. I'm actually half tempted to CP reroll that.
Yeah.
I will do.
Okay.
I will try and save him. No.
Okay. Oh, it's the big 6.
Does he explode?
Just for good measure.
No.
Oh, okay. So, well fought. So, 5 fusion.
I will rotate ion shields.
Yep. Okay, so what's that give you?
Increases my invulnerable save to 4+.
Okay, good, good. So we've actually dropped 3 there, which is not good. And dropped another 1, so 1's gone through.
So 1. That's a save.
Okay, next fusion boat. Oh, I suppose we should actually do the shuriken cannons first. 3 hits, winning on 5s. So 1 wound, and it is at, on your invulnerable.
Yeah. Saved.
Okay. Next boat, 5 fusion. That's a bit more like it. Winning on 3s. Yeah, it's just the 2 wins.
2. 1 saved, 1 failed.
Here we go. It's 6 damage.
He's down to 4 wounds.
Okay, and then this guy, we'll do the shuriken in just a moment, but we are in range with the other boat. So 4 shuriken. 4 hits, 5s and 6s, no wounds. We'll do the shuriken off the other boat to start with. 3 wounds and 2 wounds, one of which is on your invulnerable, 1 isn't.
So 1 on the normal save, saved, and 1 on the invulnerable. That's fine.
Okay.
Now for the painful one.
Yes, now we come over to the last fusion boat. Let's hope he can be a hero. Okay, that's 4 hits. On 3s. Oh!
Only the 1! So, looking for a 4+ here.
Do I re-roll that? Yeah, I think I'm going to. Okay, well it pays off, so
2 4+s.
Mm-hmm.
He fails both, and I've got no command points.
So the first one. Oh no, we're not in melter range for this one, are we? So, or fusion range. We're not marines. You take 6.
Does he explode? No.
Okay, so finally got him. Spent 2 command points this phase, but one of them got me 3 mortal wounds, and one of them got me a dead warglaive. So I'll take that. And then just to finish off our shooting, we're going to put this guy into your Helverin.
Yep.
Yep. Bit of revenge for his buddies. D6 shots with a haywire. It's 3. Hitting on 3s. It's just the 1.
Just the 1.
It's going to be a 6 though. Nope. Nothing to worry about. So, much to Gareth's annoyance, I'm going to use Fire and Fade on this bike just here. I've moved him within 3 inches of the objective and still not in engagement range of that knight. So I'm going to deny those points at the start of the next command phase for Gareth. Sorry, buddy. This is my hero bike. He's going to do everything for me.
He's going to be a problem.
Yeah. So at the end of my turn, I just get 3 points for this objective here being my priority target. At the end of my next command phase though, I don't think I'm likely to lose that Death Jester over there. This one over here
could be set to get 2 on banners.
Yeah, so the banners have gone up as well. Yep, we're denying this hopefully, and then I don't think anyone's contesting this for a while.
No, at least not for a while.
Alright, we'll come back in Luke's command phase.
Yep, so for my command phase, I'll gain a command point, and the giant knight over here will regain a wound for being a Mechanicum household. I do also only get 5 for my primary because you contested that objective over there. I'm holding this objective here with my warden.
Okay, cue Godzilla music. The big knight here is charged forward, well not charged but lumbered shall we say, towards my centre objective. I have a feeling he's got a mind to do some stomping.
That would be the plan. We'll just have to see how shooting goes.
This Helverin has just stepped onto the objective here.
Well, I will start with the Helverin just to try and get rid of that bike. So I'll start with his auto cannons.
So where are we rolling? Over there?
4d3 shots. 6, So that's 9 shots. He's actually doing a little bit better. He's clearly angry at you hurting his friends. Hitting on 4s. That was terrible.
Okay.
Needing 3s. That's 2 wounds at -1.
Could be enough. Yep. 2 on
flat
3.
3 damage each.
He's gone. He's gone.
The warden here, I'm going to fire the heavy stubber, the twin Icarus into this one here, and then the Avenger Gatling cannon into this one. I would love to be able to fire that heavy flamer and use the stratagem to make the Endless Fury a flame weapon for the turn, but because he's got a Shadow Stone, I'm counting as too far away to be able to do so.
Yeah, Shadow Stone buffing that aura up to 9 inches, getting both of these, and meaning that any ranged weapons firing at them, you have to deduct 6 inches from their range, and that turns flame weapons into 2-inch range.
So we'll go on to the heavy stubber first, needing 4s, and then it will need 6s to wound. That's nothing there.
Okay.
And then the twin Icarus auto cannons.
Does that receive a bonus to firing at fly?
Yeah, they get a +1 to hit for shooting at fly units. So there'll be 3s to hit, and normally 3s, so 4s to wound. Just the 1 at -1.
So we're looking at a 4-up save here. Yep, that'll do it.
We've got the Endless Fury. It's the other transport. Looking for 6s. Rerolling 1s for the first night. Really hate that -1 to hit. 2 extra hits for 6s. So that's 8 hits. Strength 6, so normally 4s, we'll need 5s to win. So that is just 3 at -2.
Okay. Still on these very swingy 4-up invulnerables. We've made 2. First drops 1.
2 damage.
Okay, and that one's not been wounded yet, so he's down to 4 wounds remaining.
Right, and over onto the Castellan here. He's again going to overcharge the Call's Wrath, and that's going to go into this transport here, along with the Siegebreaker missile, the Siegebreaker cannons. Then the Shieldbreaker missiles and the Volcano Lance are going to go into this one here that's already wounded.
Sure, we're really trying to shift those so you can get the charge in on the objective, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start off with the Call's Wrath into this one.
Okay.
So that's 8 shots.
I think it Call's Wrath has a very good range.
It's 48.
Yeah, I think he's in range despite that -6.
So, because of the way the minuses to hit, I take 4 mortal wounds.
That's twice in a row now.
Yeah. He does hit 4 times though. So
-1 to win.
So wounding on 4s. So that's 2 at -4.
4-up invulnerables. Save both.
The Siegebreaker cannons into that one. So that's 2, 4, 10 shots. Needing 4s. That was terrible. Needing 4s to wound. That's 2 at -1.
4 ups. We save 1.
D3 damage from that.
Oh, and it's
1.
just the 1, and that's on this one here, is it?
Oh, on this one.
On the damaged one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so his wound count has been adjusted. 3 wounds left, and we've got some more firepower.
Yep. So we've got the Shieldbreaker missile going into that transport there. I will just double check. So it will hit on a 4. Yep. Strength 10, so needs a 4 to wound. Fail to wound. I think I'm going to have to spend my CP reroll here for the turn. That's a wound. -4, and you have no invulnerable save against it.
Oh.
And it's D6 damage.
Roll it.
5.
Okay, well he is gone then. So we made a bit of an error. Actually, the
Shield breaker missile went into the unhurt transport.
so
It's still got a wound left.
one wound left.
But I do have a volcano lance to fire at it.
Oh my!
We'll see how that goes. So with the volcano lance, it's D6 shots. 3. He will need 4s to hit because scummy Harlequins.
And he's in range, is he?
Yes, he's in range.
Well, it's worth checking.
No hits, and I'm out of rerolls.
They survive. I mean, they are just going to get trodden to death in a moment, but at least the juicy payload inside is going to survive.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to charge you.
Do you have a fight again stratagem?
No, I don't.
Okay.
And I'm out of command points. But
Okay.
this knight is going to have to charge both of these units.
Okay.
So, with a 5,
I think he makes it. Or was it going to my base?
if you measure to the hull, then I'll be to the hull.
Right, okay. 5 inches makes it to the base anyway.
So he will tuck in here, and then I will shift his pile in like that.
Okay, so we've got 12 attacks from this behemoth of a knight into the transports for the Harlequins here.
Yeah, I'm going to be splitting them 6 attacks into each. I'll start with the one that's got 1 wound left.
You really want that dead, don't you?
So, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of House Crast, and wounding on 4s because it would be 3s, and you've still got that -1 to wound. That's not bad, that's 4 at -2.
4 4-ups. It's been done. But not this time. Not this time, even by a long shot.
So that'd be 3d3 damage going through.
He's got 1 wound left.
And just for interest, that's 5 wounds there.
Oh dear, so he's very dead. Now, I've been a bit of an idiot. I do have 6-up feel no pains on these, thanks to the Shadowseer's Webway Dance. I'll roll them just for this roll, because it's my mistake and I'll own it. So we'll roll those and get 5 6s, shall we? Five sixes coming up. Nope, he's dead.
Right.
That was this one here, yeah?
Yes, it
Yes.
was.
Oh dear. So we'll do the damage for the other one straight away, and then I'll do the pile outs together.
Yeah.
We'll just roll to see if it explodes. Nope.
And the 6 attacks into the other one,
Mm-hmm.
needing 3s, re-rolling for Crast, and then 4s. So that's 3 at -2 on the other one.
3 saves, 4 up. I make 2.
So just 1, so D3 damage. That's 2.
Okay, so he's down to 1 wound left. I'll get my 6 up, feel no pain. Ha! Double 6.
Oh.
If only I'd have remembered earlier. Okay, but not to worry. So I'll roll for this squad or this transport here. Not sure who's quite. Yep, so my troop master's in there as well. So we'll roll 6 dice. No ones. Everyone's fine. We'll get those disembarked and be right back. Right, the transport has been removed. The Harlequins have piled out. Maybe, in my turn, we might be coming over here to see if we can fusion that into the ground. And we can leave these 3 boats here to deal with this guy.
And sadly, because I didn't kill both transports, I didn't get my grind them down this turn, and I didn't get my engage on all fronts either. So I only get my 3 points for priority target.
All right, so we're going to go and grab a quick cup of tea and a cup of coffee, and then we're going to get on with turn 3.
Yeah.
So we're back here with Harlequins in their turn 3 command phase. We've got 1, 2, 3 primary sites for 15, and then 1 point for the banner raised on them. 3 titans left. Well, I mean, really, a baby titan, and 1 very much in range to get fusioned off the board. Hopefully, if I can take that down for this turn, I will consider that a turn well spent. Let's kick off with the movement phase. Okay, turn 3 movement phase with the Harlequins is complete. We've swarmed around this knight here, the Warden, with 3 transports fully laden with fusion death, backed up by 2 Shadow Seers for some mortal wound output, hopefully. And then the Troop Master, supported by this troop, have come over here and hoping to deal with this Helverin just here on the objective. Will it be enough? Time will tell. Let's jump into the psychic phase. Okay, so starting out with a smite from this Shadow Seer just here into the big guy.
Yep.
It's perils. We'll have to re-roll that for a CP and spend that one I've just got back very early. Okay, it does go off on an 8 for 3 mortal wounds.
Down to 21.
Smite followed by Shards of Light into the Gallant with the other Shadow Seer. The smite fails on a 5 because the first smite's already gone off. So they're looking for 7 Shards of Light. Also doesn't go off. Not a good start. Let's move straight into the shooting phase. We're going to do 2 lots of hallucinogen grenade launcher into the knight, hitting on 2s. It does hit twice. What's its leadership?
I will just double check. I believe it's 8. It's 9.
It's 9. So looking for 2 lots of 9. So close. Could have done with that leadership debuff going through. That one is a 9. So we'll do those D3 mortal wounds as well. It's 2. I'll take it.
So he's down to 19.
Okay. 2 of them. Okay, so we'll go into the first transport, and I've just realised that I should have been rolling 6 shots for my shuriken cannons instead of 4, but in this game I honestly don't think they would have made too much difference. So 6 shots, hitting on 3s. We dropped 4, so a terrible roll. But if we can get some 6s, no, nothing to worry about there. Then we've got the fusion inside. Let's see what we can do. Well, it's good. We hit with 4. Wounding on 4s. It's 2 wounds.
5 up invulnerables, because I don't have any command points to rotate my shields. 1 goes through.
Okay, 2d6, picking the highest. Oh, I believe that's a 6.
Yep.
Okay, going straight onto the other transport, just next to it. We'll do the cannons first, the shuriken cannons. Okay. We drop 2, looking for 6s. We have 4 wounds, 2 of which will be at -3.
So 2 on the invulnerable, 1 save, 1 pass, and 2 on the armor save. 1 save and 1 pass.
So 2 more wounds there.
He is down to 11.
Maybe I should have been rolling those extra 2 dice after all. And then we have the 5 fusion inside. Okay, well, that's a hit with everything. On 4s. And that's 3 wounds.
3 invulnerables. 2 go through.
Okay, 2d6 picking the highest twice. So just 3 on the first one. And 6 on the second one.
He is down to 2 wounds.
It's not looking good. So on to the final transport then. Starting with the shuriken cannons. It's 5 hits, looking for 6s. 1 wound on your normal save, 1 wound at -3.
1 on the armor save. It's passed, and 1 on the invulnerable. That goes through.
How many wounds is that left?
1.
1 wound left. Oh dear. And then we have 5 fusion. We hit with 4, wounding on 4s. It's just the 1 wound.
Need a 5 or more here.
It's a save.
It's a 6.
Yeah, he's done it.
He's alright.
Nicely done.
I'm still not sure about it.
We've got some shooting over here. First of all, the Troop Master hitting on 2s. He hits. Wounding on 3s. It's a wound. It's -4.
One invulnerable save. It saves.
Oh, of course it does. Okay, and then 5 other fusion, hitting on 3s. Well, we drop 2. Wounding on 3s. Oh, it's a 5, a 6, and a 6. It's ominous.
3 5-ups. He saves 1, but still takes 2 of them.
Okay, so we're not in melter range, so just 4 damage.
He's down to 8.
So, charging. We're going to be charging everything into this gallant. So,
Warden.
into the Warden. Yeah, long day. So, do you want me to roll these?
If you roll at least this one to see how far around he'll get.
Okay. Far. Let's move his wound counter. In he goes.
Yeah. And then there'll be no issue with the others getting in.
Sure.
So just put them in.
And then I will roll for my Shadow Seer as well. 5 inches. Yep, he's getting in there, I think.
Yep.
And I don't think my other one can reach, so he'll just hang back there. And then we've got charges over here. First of all, with the squad.
Yep.
So 4 inches will do it, I think. We'll just have a on the screen measure. Yep, that's plenty. And then the Troop Master behind, we'll just do his roll now. 6, I think.
So we'll see after moving the troop in if he can get in.
Well, these now get, it's been FAQ'd, I believe, they get their flip belt rule in charge phase as well.
They do. It's more, can he get engagement range after you've moved the troop?
Right.
To get with, because he still needs to get within an inch.
All right. Well, let's see how that looks after we come back. So here we are after charges. These guys have come in such a way so that the Troop Master can get into combat also. So to start with, we're going to go with the troop there, because I think it would be very cool if the Troop Master finished him. So 3 of them are armed with caresses. That's 12 attacks hitting on 3s. Here we go. Quite a few misses in there, about half. And then we are wounding on 5s, but re-rolling fails. And a good thing too. Not that it actually mattered. So just 1 wound at -2.
Okay, so 5-up save here. That goes through.
He takes a wound. Yep. And then we've got the normal Harlequin blades. Hitting on 3s. And then strength 3, I think. So
Wounding on 6s.
Wounding on 6s. Rerolling. Yeah, just the 1. No minus.
So that's 3-up save here. That goes through.
Oh, takes another wound.
Down to 6.
Now the Troop Master, can he be the hero we need? Now, with his relic, and we're in battle round 3, he's getting 3 extra attacks. So we're up to 8 attacks now. He'll be hitting on 2s. So I really don't want to see any 1s here. Oh, and would you believe it? There we go, there's 2. And now we'll be wounding on 5s and re-rolling. Okay, it's about average. Can we pick up a couple more? Yep, there's 1 extra one, and it's at -3.
So 3 6-up saves here. No, they all go through.
They're flat 2 damage.
So that's all of his wounds. He's now, see if he explodes. No.
So he doesn't explode, and our Troop Master, in glorious fashion, has destroyed a Helvin in combat. I'm a big fan of this relic, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Big fan. It's the only melee weapon we have with -3 on it.
Is it?
And we only got that in the White Dwarf. I mean, technically there is a hand-to-hand combat that has -3, but it's only +1 strength and 1 damage. So
yeah. Right, okay.
So we'll remove this model, pass that over to you. There you go. And then I believe we're probably within 3 inches there as well, which is quite nice. Now, as if that wasn't spectacular enough, we're going to have combat over here. We have 3 boats, first of all. So that's 9 attacks. These will be hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Very good roll, actually. Hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 5s.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So it's 3, 4.
4 saves.
No minus.
I need all of these. He makes them all.
Ooh, okay, it's up to the Shadow Seer. If not, I could be in a spot of bother. Shadow Seer has 3 attacks. Hitting on 2s. He hits all of the times. Now, I'll come back to you once I've found the rules for the misstave. Okay, so it is strength 5, the misstave. Well, it's strength 2, bringing him up to strength 5. So we'll be wounding on 5s. It's 1 wound.
Any OP on that?
-1.
So it needs a 4 up here. No!
He's gone. D3 damage.
Oh, he's only got the 1 wound. So
He's gone.
Does he explode?
Ooh!
No! Oh, so close.
That could have been painful. Just tell us what the explosion rules are on this guy.
Would have been D6 mortal wounds to everything in 2d6 inches.
So likely to be 7. D6 mortal wounds.
That could have taken out everything there.
Yeah, I mean, very likely lose 2 transports and maybe a Shadow Seer as well.
Yeah.
Right, we'll remove him as well, and then we'll get back to the last part of the turn. So just to recap, we had a Troop Master that took down a Helverin, and Incy Bincy Shadow Seer who took down a Warden.
Yeah, I really needed him to survive that turn. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion from here, but we'll see how I do.
I think we need names for both the Troop Master and the Shadow Seer after that. Okay, so after that rather brutal turn, there's 2 points because I still hold my priority target. Sorry, 3 points.
Yep.
And then 2 points for Titan Hunters for bringing down that massive Warden.
Yep.
So
So you're now at 12 for that.
Yeah, just 2 points for that thing, but necessary to survive the game, I think. So he's down to his last knight. Can he be the hero the Imperium needs?
He needs to be. So in my command phase, I gain my command point. I'll regenerate a wound on the Castellan over here, and then I will score 5 for the primary because I'm just holding the 1 objective now. My secondaries have gone pretty downhill for me. I needed to do more last turn. Movement phase, going to be really quick here. I'm just going to shuffle it over to try and get that dense cover from the fusion on their way in.
Okay, we ready to go into the shooting phase?
Yep, I'll go straight into the shooting.
Fantastic.
I'll fire the Volcano Lance and the Shield Siege Breakers at this one that has 3 wounds left, and the Call's Wrath. I'm not going to overcharge it this time because that's hurt me too much on this one that's on 3 wounds.
Okay. Really trying to hurt the movement then, stop that fusion from getting to you, yeah?
Yeah. So we'll start with the Call's Wrath, not overcharging. 2d6 shots.
That's
Only
not what you
3.
wanted.
He'll need 4s to hit. Nope. Then the Volcano Lance against the other one. 5 shots. Slightly better. So that's 2 hits. Strength 14, so it would normally be 2s.
There's no -1 to win because I haven't got the CP to apply phases.
Okay, so it'd be 2s to wound here. So that's 2 at -5.
-5, good thing I get 4 of invulnerable. 1 save.
It's 3d3 damage from that.
Ooh. Do you want to roll it anyway? Just see.
So that's 7.
Yeah. Bye bye. So let's roll to see if it explodes first. It doesn't. We'll disembark the troop and we'll be right back. So 5 Harlequins disembarked. Any of them die?
2 of them.
2 of them die. Okay, so the squad is down to 3. We'll remove the transport and the casualties. So 2 of the troop there died in the wreckage. They got leadership 8, so they can't actually fail a morale. But yeah, shame.
And with that, that's my turn, and all I'll get at the end is my priority targets for 3 points.
He's got nothing else to shoot.
No, because he fired the Call's Wrath at the other transport.
Damn. Okay, well, he's going to be getting some fusion next turn.
Yep. And I failed to grind them down because you killed 2 of my units. I only killed 1 of yours.
Right. Then let's go into turn 4, I guess.
Yeah.
So turn 4, movement phase for the Harlequins complete. The Death Jesters remain on the objectives along with our troop master and troop here. Everything from the midfield is pushed up. We got a nice advance roll on the Shadow Seer here, and then this Shadow Seer here is also advanced up. We were able to get the lead transport right up to the edge of the Castellan, but we're going to have to try and Twilight Pathway this one to get him in range, just because he couldn't make it otherwise. And then the 3 that got out of the burning wreckage of the last transport have just moved up to the wall separating them and the Castellan. So we'll go straight into the psychic phase. On a 7 we can move our transport again. It's an 8, so we'll move that and be right back. And then he's going to smite it, the Castellan as well. So this will be on a 5. It's a super smite. D6 mortal wounds. It's just the 2. I will spend my command point on that. Okay. Worth it. So
he's down to 18.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice start from the Shadow Seer there. We'll then come up to this Shadow Seer here, who's going to smite. This one will be needing a 6. Very close to being a super smite again. That's 2 mortal wounds.
Yep. So he's down to 16.
And then Shards of Light as well, needing a 7. That goes off 2. That's D3 mortal wounds. It's the big 3, and he's -2 leadership.
Okay.
Now, I don't mean to alarm you. We're now going to shoot with the Shadow Seers and the hallucinogen grenade launchers. So this one is at -1, correct? Because of the...
He's firing through dense terrain?
Yes, exactly. So we'll be hitting on 3s with this one. It's a hit. Now his leadership?
9 normally.
9. So he's at 7 now. We need to get a 7 or more. Yep, that'll do it. That's D3 mortal wounds. It's the big 3 again.
Another 3. Down to 10.
And then this Shadow Seer up on the platform of the
he can draw a
refinery.
line to the base without going over the terrain, so he doesn't have the minus to hit.
So on 2s. Never mind. Okay, would have been cool, but it's about time I rolled badly. So we'll be going straight onto the 2 fusion boats. I'm just going to go and get a better camera angle, I think. So here we are. I've come around the other side of the board. Looks very nice, very different. And we've got, first of all, this transport firing into the Castellan. First of all, we'll do the Shuriken cannons. These are hitting on 3s. We hit all but 1. And then we'll be wounding on 5s and 6s, looking for 6s. So just the 1 wound, but it is at -3.
Okay, so 4+ invulnerable because he's got the Iron Bulwark Warlord trait. He saves it.
Okay, and then the fusion goodness inside, hitting on 3s. Hit with all but 1. Toughness 8?
Yes.
Wounding on 4s. We wound 3 of the times.
So that's 2 saved.
2 saves, so 2d6 picking the highest. We have got 5 damage on him.
Okay. I believe that brings him down to 5.
5 wounds remaining. It's not looking good. We've got one more fusion boat. We'll do the shuriken cannons first. We have dropped 1. Now we're looking for 6s. We have 3 wounds. 1 on your normal save, no minus, and then 2 on your invulnerable.
So 1 on the 3+ in save, and then how many on the invulnerable?
2.
Both saved.
Nailed it. However, can you do the same with the fusion?
I hope so.
He's got to be the hero of the Imperium. We've hit 4 times. We're wounding on 4s. It's 3 wounds.
3, 4 up. 2 of them go through. I will CP reroll with my only command point on one of those. It still goes through.
Oh, it's
typical
not
1 into a 1.
Yeah. So the first one, you only take 2 damage. The second one, you take 3 damage.
That will kill him. Does he explode?
This is what you needed that CP for.
Yes. He doesn't explode.
Oh, we're all ready to look at some fantastic fireworks and some dead Harlequins. So there we are. We'll work out what that does to the score and to the rest of the game, and we'll be right back.
So at the end of all that, we've played out the last 2 turns very quickly. His Shadow Seer moved over here, planted a banner. His troop planted a banner here, and they planted a banner over there. So all told, his final score is 99 victory points because he's got priority targets, his banners, and he maxed out Titan Slayer. I couldn't score anything else for the rest of the game. So he's got 99 win, and I lost with 34 victory points.
A brutal game, but
we knew it would be brutal, and it took a very big swing. It would have taken a very big swing in my way in that second turn, which I didn't get.
Yeah, you really did whiff on the dice rolls a bit there.
I just couldn't hit you.
That -1, I know it's only capped at -1, but it's still a big deal.
Yes, a lot of people aren't playing for the -1 to hit anymore.
I think it's still very useful, unless of course you're going up against Hawk Marines or any Space Marines with full rerolls.
Yeah, Space Marines are a thing unto themselves.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to clear the table, and then we're going to come back with a little post-battle chat. We'll see you there. So, man alive, that was a hell of a game.
That was stressful.
I honestly thought when I lost basically 500 points worth of units in my own first turn, it was going to go downhill for me.
In the first turn, you lost 14 jet bikes out of the 15, but then I just couldn't touch your transports.
Yeah, so it's even more. They're about 275, 280-ish points for a squad of 5, I think. So, I mean, that's about a third of my army to lose that much.
Well, I mean, my Gallant was 400 points just on his own, and he's the cheapest knight.
The cheapest knight. So there's a couple of ways I thought that maybe I might have been able to play, I don't want to say better, but like I was thinking about mistakes in hindsight, especially when I was so determined to kill that Gallant that I poured way more resources into it than I should. What I maybe should have done is used the speed of the Harlequins to get away from the Gallant and cross the other side of the board, maybe even redeployed once I realised I was going first, so that his first turn movement he can't actually charge anything, because then I could have steered up around the other side of the board and hit the shooty knights. That might have been a better way to play it. As it happens, I'm very happy with the outcome.
Yeah, a 99-point win, that's near perfect. And knights they're a tough nut to crack, but you definitely had the tools there to do it.
Yeah, Harlequins really came out well from the Psychic Awakening. We didn't get a lot, but what we got was good.
Yeah, I found the Psychic Awakening for knights to be a little bit lackluster, in all honesty. They got some interesting stratagems, but for the most part, the codex is still 95% of what you're using.
Right. You got high hopes for a new codex in 9th edition?
I'd like to see something, especially what I'm really hoping for is some infantry to go with knights.
Maybe like I don't know,
It's
almost like the servitor roles. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
yeah,
the field
maybe
mechanics and
servitors
stuff
or
like that.
some. In the law, there's kind of like a guard equivalent. The night pilots have their entourage.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see something like those. It would give us a troops choice or an infantry choice to take, so that we could have a little bit of board control.
Yeah,
without having to take soup.
Not being Obsec, I think, really hurt as well.
Yeah, not having any objectives secured in the list, because I spent all those command points on having the character knights with the warlord traits and relics. It would have meant starting the game with 3 points if I had 3 command points if I'd have taken a battalion of guard as well.
Another thing about the Harlequins, and this is a learning point for me especially. Now, I talked in another video about how I still think bikes are very good, and I do. But I don't know whether maybe I want to start leaning more towards fusion buses.
The fusion buses are really good.
Yeah, they really are.
I think you don't want to go more than 6 of them, because at that point you're starting to give away bring it down points.
Right.
Because they only give up 2 points each, but because they're less than 10 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got 6 or 7 of them, you're then giving away 12 or 14 points if someone kills all your transports.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably more likely that bikes are still very good, but
I really like the bikes. If only there were a way that I don't know the book very well. If there were a way to get all 3 units having that 3+ invulnerable.
Yeah, so like we used to run, blobs of 6. You'd run 2 blobs of 6 and then get the 3 up invulnerable on them. Now maybe you keep it. Keep them back or something to move forward later on. Because you could jump them up near your Shadow Seer, 20 inches to get to your Shadow Seer, and then he could jump them another 20 inches forward. That might be the way to go.
I like taking them as 5s because it gets around things like the Plasma Inceptors with Blast that are just going to get maximum shots against the unit of 6.
Yeah, and also the attrition rules and the coherency rules.
Yeah.
So that's nice. 5s are fine, and I think probably in different matchups they're probably going to have more of a benefit. And I know that sounds strange because haywire against knights, every target is valid, but actually I think you lose out on half of their effectiveness by not being able to melee that well. Going up against knights, it's you're wounding on 6s. It's just too much, and that's something I had a problem with for ages, is that we don't get any bonuses on the charge for a jet bike. They're essentially Shining Spears to me, but Harlequins.
Yeah, Shining Spears are a force unto their own, to be honest.
But I think maybe we just want an extra little bit of strength on the charge so that we're not wounding knights on 6s. Who knows? Maybe I'm asking for too much, but especially after that game.
We'll see after the next codexes. We don't know how long they're going to be. So.
But for now, I'm still a big fan of the Harlequins, and I actually can't wait to get my hands on those knights and have a turn playing them. They look really fun.
Yeah. We've got plenty of studio armies to try out.
I wouldn't mind actually taking a knight with some Ultramarines or something like that.
Yeah, just souping a knight into a list is still a very legitimate thing to do. Yeah. It costs a lot of command points depending on how you do it.
And of course, we'll lose our super doctrine, won't we?
Yes. But doing it with something like AdMech or Guard could still work very well.
Something to try. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. Have you got anything else to add?
Only that it was a really fun game. I know that I lost it, but I never don't have fun when I put the knights down on the table. Yeah,
and that's what you really want. It's fun. So be good to each other. Stay safe. And from
me,
and Big E, we'll see you later.